Hello out there, and welcome back to Alone in the Dark. I'm Eric with Perspective Gaming, and last we left off, we sort of just got back from whatever mindscape inside of our uncle's head that we were dealing with, accordingly. Oh, goodbye, obsolete items. You have been deemed obsolete. Anyway, we are back in our sort of asylum, and we are going to set about exploring again.
Leave. I need to find Jeremy.
I didn't mean to leave. I meant to go open this door. Because I have Batiste's keys from alternate town. Clue.
Oh, you're right about the plates on the boiler and the clock. They have been sabotaged, and I think I know who did it. They have something to do with Jeremy's episodes and how he seems to disappear at night. Right now, it's important that you keep an eye out for any of the pieces. I want to find out if I can repair the plates. Let me know if you find any of them. Lottie.
Tell Lottie to take a look at the well in the kitchen garden.
I do like that they have the different voice actors for each note and everything. Even if that one note did just keep talking for no reason.
Saw your notice in the boiler room. You should know Mr. Chance won't be coming back. I got no business being in there myself, but you can take a valve from the wine cellar if you want to try to stop the steam pouring out. Be careful.
Okay, some clues about where to look for stuff. Hello. Room key 6. Key item. It is indeed a key item. It's an item that is a key.
Dr. Elmore Lee Gray is DeSeto's chief doctor. Accounting and all administrative work is handled by me, Paul Waits. Magdalena Thompson, or Mags, is responsible for the household. Jean-Baptiste and Charlotte Tabois are responsible for keeping the guests' medical regimens in check. Finally, Jack Chance is our gardener, who can occasionally be seen in the conservatory, but is for the most part busy outside. There are currently 6 guests at DeSeto. Malcolm McCarthy and Ruth Tallant reside on the first floor. Jeremy Hartwood, Elisabetta Perosi, Grace Saunders, and of course, Cassandra Beauregard live on the second floor.
Beauregard. Now I'm just fully in my Scooby-Doo brain because I've been watching too much. And I'm thinking about the time Shaggy inherited a southern plantation from his uncle. Patient records. I'll take the reading burden this time around. Cassandra Beauregard, 47, female. Room number 8. Responsible party, Mr. Frank Chardot, literary agent. Oh, that's a bad, usually, when someone who has monetary investments in you and put you in a mental asylum. Jackson Square, French Quarter. Cassandra suffers from writer's block and needs to finish her moving picture script before the end of June. Mr. Chardot suggests Cassandra's heavy use of barbiturates is holding her back and risks ruining her career. Personal history. Cassandra Beauregard is a beloved crime author who managed to pull herself out of poverty and into stardom. 5 years ago, she tried killing herself by jumping off a balcony. The incident left her a cripple, and I hate that, but that's historical phrasing, and now relies heavily on her wheelchair. Diagnostic impressions? Cassandra suffers chronic back pain following her suicide attempt. I sure bet she do. She self-administers morphine to keep herself ambulant, but has become addicted to the desired effect, and the desired effect is now lost. Drug use clouds her mind, and she is unable to focus on real life. To save herself from this insight, she instead makes up stories to fill out gaps in her thought process, resembling the Korsakoff syndrome. Korsakoff syndrome. First of all, she needs to be weaned of her drug addiction and hope it will resolve her compulsive lying. Then look into permanent numbing her pain in her back through surgery. Finally, deal with the thoughts. Yeah. Grace Saunders. This one's the one I'm terribly curious about. Ever so curious. Age 11, female. Room number 7. Responsible party, Mrs. Gabriella Saunders. Mother. Address, Orleans Avenue, City Park. Mother insists on strict supervision by a proper gentleman to avoid further perversion of Grace's adolescence. That sounds bad. Personal history. Grace's family possesses modest wealth and status. Her childhood seems ordinary, spending most of her time with private teachers and family friends. Grace's father recently passed away, leaving her mother the sole caregiver. Diagnostic impressions. Grace has trouble dealing with her father's death. She is willingly suppressing her feelings on the matter and isn't properly acknowledging the trauma she suffered. Treatment plan. Grace needs nothing out of the ordinary. She simply needs parental guidance. Eventually, we can work on her feelings towards her father. That sounds correct. This is surprisingly fair and believable advice. I would expect more like hilarious evil from a historical medical doctor. Malcolm McCarthy, 54, male, room number 1. No responsible party, no address. McCarthy admitted himself to Dersetto, stating simply that he needs some damn rest. McCarthy claims to work as a lawyer in Baton Rouge, but says he can't go into details because of some legal dispute. His background remains largely a mystery, except for the occasional clues he drops in conversation. I can't imagine that any of that will become important later. McCarthy is an anxious man and an alcoholic. He often tells his half-truths due to some deep-seated inability to trust other people. McCarthy will take some time to open up. Spending time with Jack's dog or the child should be good for him. Their harmless nature will help build his sense of trust. Elisabetta Perosi, 33, female, room 6. No responsible party, address Naples, Italy, family home. Perosi drove into Dersetto and was found wandering the grand parlor. She was confused and suffered partial amnesia. Amnesia! Great horror game that I don't happen to be as big of a fan of, Amnesia. She insisted that she belonged here and offered to pay her for her stay. Personal history. Perosi claims to have been a member of the Astarta Artists Colony some 20 years ago. Claim that seems counterfactual due to her young age. She looks to be, and even thinks she is, 33 years of age. That would make her a child at the time. It seems fair to say that Perosi's story is untrue, deliberately so or not. Perosi's story is peculiar because she retracted her story about the artist colony. She no longer claims to be the same person as Elisabetta Perosi. However, my staff research has confirmed there was a Perosi at the time who was in her early 30s during that time. Maybe we should have had a different way than saying in that time. I wanted to contact the real Perosi, but it seems the whole colony disappeared one night. This is interesting. But it seems the whole colony disappeared one night, September 29th, 1915, during a hurricane. In the eyes of a hurricane, there is silence. I'll have to look at the slow figure and figure out the impersonation could have been. The spell of impersonation could have been. Ruth Tallant, 29, room number 2, sex female. Responsible party, father. I'm not even going to try and pronounce. I think it's Etienne. Etienne Tallant. Burgundy Street, French Quarter. Ruth's father wishes that his daughter is removed from New Orleans nightlife for the foreseeable future. He fears that her overly free spirit is tarnishing the family reputation. Ruth comes from considerable wealth. Her family owns several hotels and restaurants. Unlike the rest of the family, her sense of adventure has taken her around the world, including France during the Great War as a photojournalist. Last decade, she has provoked many rumors of being a debauched flapper, bordering on nymphomaniac. Okay. For those of you playing along at home, nymphomaniac is a psychological term for addicted to fun times. Certain types of adult fun times. Despite her father's frivolous reasons for her to be admitted, Ruth does not seem to provide an interesting case. She is refreshingly open and doesn't shy away from talking about her life during the war or her continuous celebration after returning back to the States. She is admittedly a sexual deviant and feels no remorse. Treatment plan. Accidentally skip a whole page back. Treatment plan: simply staying at Desetta should do wonders for Ruth. If not, at least for her family's reputation. Ruth doesn't need to change, but with therapy I might be able to share with her some sympathy towards her family. I doubt she will settle down and become dull as the rest of them, but at least she might try to be more discreet in the future.
Interesting. It's all the patient files except for Jeremy's.
Ooh, another lanyap. When it makes you worse. When make wah. When it what you what who we.
I need the key.
Can't unlock the door that goes between two rooms I can go between. Freely. What was the hesitancy there? Floor up. La 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 la, floor up. Alright. Well, we've obviously got the library unlocked. Let's go check upstairs as well. Since we're here. And we were mostly in cinematic since then. Look at the horrible modern art. It's exploding and has holes in it. I think this is a statue depiction of someone getting destroyed in Dragon Ball Z.
What's that stain? Looks like some kind of rot.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
This must be the clock mentioned in the commonplace book.
I am not about to put that in there yet. Not when I have more stuff to explore first. In the real world, because I don't know if that's going to put me on non-real world time. It is interesting that we didn't have the notes about our uncle. That suggests that it might be kind of that guy from Alan Wake who, like, the psychologist who knows that something's up and is trying to take advantage of it. Fountain pen, lanyap. Lost children again, which still unlocks the shotgun cabinet, which is still uncomfy to me. No bullets? Oh, that's a shame. Bullets? Bullets. Bullets. Oh!
What a strange but beautiful room.
Fancy.
Are these zodiac signs?
Yes, they are. Not that I remember my zodiac very well, because I couldn't possibly care, but played enough puzzle games to know that those are, in fact, the zodiac symbols, and one of them was Taurus.
Will I need to remember how to get them out again? They are locked up for good reason. I am sure she is still able to whisper the answer in the ears of the wrong people. But not for long. I will see her burned soon enough. That black goat will be sacrificed to put an end to it all. Then it will all be over. No more Derceto, and sadly, no Astarte. Those good pirates of Pontchartrain. May you still sail the lake, until you find the shores of Hali.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So we've got a hint here about solving the puzzle, but I don't actually know the number yet. I just now know. Oh, well, that's going to be a hint.
This colony. I'm pretty sure they had a Mardi Gras crew called the Pirates of Pontchartrain when I was a child.
So you're going to need to use those together. Wow, what a beautiful art display that includes the wall and definitely not, like, rot growing through realities.
There's some aggressive-looking rot on these paintings.
Okay. So it looks like I need to try and keep the line contiguous. Maybe. Hard to say. Let's flop them all and see what it says here. What 3 names do we have? We have all the names. I do see 3 with gunk and 3 without gunk. I must return.
I did it. I crossed the thresholds to my intended destination without a focusing device. My talisman now knows these roads, and I have no need for the plates. I can find my way to Lafayette as easy as I find my own room. I visited the grave of my father and seen the oven waiting for me. Thank you for opening these doors. I now must summon my courage and go back to that hateful mound outside the oil rig. I hope you'll be feeling better when I return. Jeremy.
I understand some of that. Hateful mound outside the oil rig. That sounds like maybe a mass grave. Apparently he's been very open with her. Okay, so we need 3 numbers of zodiac signs. We've got 1 clue that allows us to figure out which the zodiac numbers are, and we've got this and those portraits, which are going to help us figure out what numbers we need. The question is, okay, so let's look up those clues real quick. Whisper the beers. So you'll burn soon enough. The black goat will be sacrificed to put an end to it all. Then it will all be over. No more Deserto, and sadly no more Astarta. Those good pirates of Portia train may still sail the lake until you find the shores of Haiti. That doesn't really seem to tell us. Okay. Objective: complete the shape with the rot on the paintings. I'm trying to. I appreciate the assist. So, Argus, Mozig, and Keith. 2, 9, 4. Then if we do this, 294 is Pisces, which is... I don't want to say what image came to my mind with that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Libra, which is the clock, sort of table clock. And then it was 6? 4. 294. And 4 is Taurus. That... Libra, Taurus.
Ah, here we go.
Ah, there's our broken plate that we need for the boiler downstairs. Yeah. Hi, eels. How are you? That was worth my time. Great. Ah! Color shift.
Everything's back to normal.
I sure hope it was, because I didn't finish looking at this door yet. Okay, let's check out the other hallway. Go back to the library and do a couple puzzle solves here, because we've got a lot of stuff we can do. Was there like a just objectives
Suddenly,
page?
Jeremy's bleak dreamscape devoured Emily, drowning her in dread and darkness, only to moments later spit her out again. What had happened, and why? Was that her doing, or did someone else make it so?
I don't know that I need a summary of the plot every time I open the objectives panel, but I understand. Find the clock. Boiler room. Okay, so it sounds like we need to do both of those things. I still want to keep exploring where I can.
I need the key.
Before I start doing objective things. Don't want to miss side stuff. Alright, library is across the way? Yes. Thank you. I figured that sprint was shift back when I very first touched the keyboard of this game. Someone drinking. And apparently locked in the room. You know, the library, the perfect place to smoke. Smoke doesn't famously damage books or anything. Sorry, I'm a literature major. I've done library studies stuff. Just don't do this. Don't smoke next to your books. It discolors them.
Good evening,
and damages
Miss
them. It wears
Hartwood.
down the paper.
That is your name, isn't it? I would be terribly embarrassed if it wasn't.
You're right. Emily Hartwood, Jeremy's niece. Nice to meet you.
Ruth Talon.
Talon. Do you always dress like you're going to a nightclub?
Is that Perique you're smoking? How terribly quaint.
Maybe so, but I like it.
Would you care to share some? That smell is making me feel very nostalgic.
For what? Yeah, we get it. Nymphomaniac, she's flirting constantly. I follow. I follow. I follow. Let's go lesbians and all that, but...
Is it all that you hope for?
I enjoy your light mockery, Miss Hartwood. I can tell we would make great friends.
How flattering. Too bad you're locked up in this place.
Your insincerity is really refreshing. I wish you were mad as I am. Then you could stay.
Give it a few years and I might just be. Lunacy is one of my family's few privileges.
Oh, good. I'll be looking forward to it.
You don't know anything about what happened to Jeremy, do you?
Everyone here is really strange, and it's hard to know what to make of anything you hear. Occasionally, it sounds quite exciting, though. Good versus evil and all that. I'm sorry, but I don't think I have anything useful to share.
It doesn't matter. Thank you for the much-needed break.
Bon voyage.
Didn't learn a lot there. Oh, I've got some kind of note
Emily
update, though.
felt surprised by how much she enjoyed the company of Ruth. There was something familiar and friendly about her. like they were old friends that simply forgot about each other.
Are we like all the reincarnations of the people that died on that boat that was mentioned or something? Lost Plantations of Louisiana. Clue. I would have thought that was a
Terry Bricklow, 1917.
lanyap.
Deseto was a small plantation on the eastern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The land was considered difficult for industry and was sold for only $30 to Elijah Pickford in 1818. Pickford employed hundreds of workers from nearby New Orleans to clear the woods and build a small plantation mansion facing the lake with a striking Greek Revival temple facade. Deseto kept a modest production of barrique tobacco and indigo that persisted up till the Civil War. During the antebellum era, Deseto was the source of many rumors
Barrique tobacco mentioned
voodoo
again.
and witchcraft. People who traveled the lake reported seeing people dance at night in front of bonfires, bleating and wailing. On June 17, 1862, Captain J.W. Norton of the Union Army recounts leading a raiding party from ships anchored in Lake Pontchartrain in order to seize control of Deseto and free the slaves working there. The captain was surprised to find the workers fighting back with unprecedented zeal. Norton's account describes these men and women as enraged with fanaticism. Pickford reportedly tried to placate the raiders, but was shot in the confusion. Captain Norton left the mansion burning and retreated to his ships with his men.
Bizarre.
Deseto was left in ruins for several decades. The ownership of the land was long disputed and returned to the Ledoux family in 1901. Several police reports were filed during the following years as the Ledoux tried to get rid of a camp of squatters on their land. The police made several visits to remove the trespassers, but the people kept returning. On November 1st, 1907, Inspector Legrasse of the police charged a deadly attack in order to save several children kidnapped by the squatters. Many were killed, and even more were jailed. The following year, Ledoux rebuilt Deseto, incorporating the surviving stone foundation and adding a magnificent wrought iron conservatory. The farmland
Oh my God.
claimed by the surrounding woods,
It's so long.
so it was no longer profitable to use as a plantation. Instead, the house was turned into an artist's colony. The Astarte Artist Colony was a successful group of artists, including figures such as painter Heinrich Cassel and poet Nora Keith. The group was also known for their beloved Mardi Gras crew, called the Pirates of Pontchartrain. On September 29, 1915, a tropical hurricane tore through Louisiana, causing Lake Pontchartrain to flood New Orleans. Due to the remote location of Deseto, it took almost 2 weeks for outsiders to learn that the artist's colony was abandoned. The 12 residing artists had all vanished without a trace. The empty mansion of Deseto still stands on the shore of Lake Pontchartrain, with much of its temple facade intact. The Ledoux family currently has no intention of repairing the house.
Oh boy, that was a long one. All right, so yeah, this art colony is seeming to be really important. There's like a deeper connection there.
Are you reading anything good?
A Brightness from Afar by Lord Boleskine. It's actually not bad.
Don't know that one, if it's real.
Do you know where Detective Carnby is?
Oh, you don't need him. You're doing fine.
I should probably go.
Until next time, Cherie.
Am I done talking? I don't know. It's very mysterious. Oh. Well, I'll get that once I learn more about lost children. It's weird that you can draw the gun in, like, the real world. That seems strange to me. That seems like that would be a thing that would be, like, mostly locked off to the Birds and a fire, and birds and a fire.
There's something missing.
I like the suddenness of the transitions. That is very cool. Do I need to find a key before I drown or something? Or burn to death? Or... This is oil. He said there was a mound outside of an oil refinery. Okay, it's all connected. There's like some like all of time collapsing something or other going on. And again, we're not sure if it's in our uncle's mind or something. That was what Baptiste said. But
I don't understand what's happening.
I mean, yeah, I imagine you don't understand what's happening. It would be,
It's wet shut.
Can you imagine living in like this situation and just like all of a sudden you're knee deep in oil and fires outside the window with birds? Like, what the fuck would you do? No one knows what to do in this situation. I love you, baby. I'm working. Well, I got a bolt cutter at least. That's something for my horrors. And I got to talk to a cool lady who's gone now. Ooh, a lanyap. Vagabonds. Brightness from afar. I wonder. No, not a real book. Cuts off a potential road of investigation, unfortunately. Alright, we might as well solve a puzzle. Wrong door. This one. Which it was around. I thought it was the boiler room, not the kitchen garden. But it doesn't say that one's solvable. Hello.
You know, Mr. Waits, I saw a piece of the plate that Liza broke. I think she's been hiding them. She's not very good at it. She just chucked it into the little room with all the tools behind the boiler. I left it there. I didn't want to embarrass her by picking it up while she was looking. We went upstairs instead and played backgammon. I let her win. Because she's so unhappy.
I love
the piece
Grace.
looked like the one on display in Cassandra's room. You know about that one already, right? Or is your eyesight really that fuzzy? I hope you don't feel bad about your glasses. You only look stupid when you squint. Maybe if you had more eyes, you would see these things. I wish you had all the eyes you needed. Your best and favorite guest, Grace.
She is a delight.
It's another one of those plates for the talisman. It's also broken and missing some pieces.
This isn't the same. It's a different plate. Okay. And I don't have the valve I need for that.
I need the key.
Okay. So that's why it wasn't that one. I'd have to go through the conservatory, which is locked at the moment. Oh, no, kitchen, garden, garage, also locked. So I can solve that puzzle, but I don't really have a way to get there at the moment. All right, let's head back up to the clock then. Was there anything in this upstairs I could do? No, not really. Okay. Ladder that I can't reach. That would allow me access back down into the garden. Might need to get a hook or something to grab that. Hello, bear.
This looks like the thing that held the talisman in the French Quarter, but it's broken and missing some pieces.
Okay. That makes some amount of sense. It says I'm missing something in Jeremy's room.
Jeremy's room. All back to normal.
Emily is here, clue.
Emily's here.
With big eyes. Can't use the bolt cutters there. Mezzanine. Oh, that's why that door isn't locked, because it's just not a door at all. All right, well, we'll just keep exploring now.
The old clock was an intricate machine with eccentric astronomic motifs.
The clock, yeah.
But nothing.
I gotcha. I do indeed gotcha. So I need to find more of the shattered pieces of plates, which I have clues about. But I've also just got the map system to see if I find things, so. That one's still locked. Okay. That item's in the safe. So yeah, lots of references back to the art colony. Obviously our uncle seems to be wanting to get to some place that he remembers or like knows about. And I mean, it's hard to say if there's a lot more that we know other than those things. The item here is the... Oh, hello. Nurse's watch. 1,000 young. Well, I'm glad I found that. Yeah, it's connected to this, which they said there was like one of the weird keys that Grace was playing with. Missing something in the small parlor? Fake box with cigars, fake book with cigars in it. Oh, yeah, I'm missing the shotgun in here. But now that I have access to here again, can I go around downstairs? That might be what I need to do. Get back into the kitchen. No. No. Huh. That's interesting. That seems to suggest someone snuck in or out through there. And they did say that one of the guests broke in. The slightly older woman. Burying a dead cat?
What are you doing sneaking around? You almost scared me to death.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb your ritual. I wouldn't have guessed voodoo was in practice at a place like this.
The doctor may be all about science, but I know these roots have power.
Do you know what's going on here? I have a feeling Derceto is cursed.
There are several players with stakes in this game. Derceto isn't cursed or blessed.
There's so much curse and so much blessed.
It would
It's
all
counteracting
be a
each
lot
other.
better if you could
Perfect
get your uncle
equilibrium.
out sooner than later.
That's all I'm trying to do.
I wish you the best of luck, Miss Harwood. I really mean that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to look after my gumbo.
Seems harmless. I don't get a read like she's doing something weird. I mean, she's doing a ritual, but not... Oh, good, I took the mummified cat. I was right, it was a cat. That's part of the Beast of Burden lanyap.
What's that?
Okay. Nope.
It's another piece of broken plate.
Okay, so I'll have to get that out by filling the water up, which I need something to extend the hose, I'm guessing. We're making progress. Bolt cutters. Colt butters.
It worked.
Why did I get a horror violin string there?
Ah, what's this?
I didn't see anything spooky. Yeah, shortcut. Okay, that turned on the water that goes over there. Can I go back out here, or is this closed now? Now this is closed, so we are trapped, which is only appropriate for a horror game. Extension hose. Fill this up. And let that metal bucket float right to the top, as
There
metal
we go.
buckets are wont to do. Sweet. Anything else in here? Not currently. Alright, let's go see which of the two this belongs to. Hopefully it belongs to the one we just got one piece of already. And we can finish it off. And that'll give us something to go get the other pieces. And not put us in infinite super hell of death and dying. But it probably will. Yep.
I think I've
Okay.
seen this somewhere.
Rotate puzzle. And such. Not rotate. I mean, rotate, yes, but I thought it would just be rotate. Ba-ba. Ba-ba. Nope. I didn't mean that. And goes there. I'll just have to see where the others go. Yeah, all of that is correct. It's just a matter of
There
these.
was something in the commonplace book about this.
I didn't even hear what was said because I was looking at the puzzle. Oh, it's some of the. Oh, it's kind of dark to see. A little dark on the light settings I'd done. I had a hard time seeing that, but we got it now. And that'd allow us to transport. I don't know that I want to do that right now.
Something in the flower patch beneath one of Dr. Gray's windows. She was singing.
I really, it's okay. I don't need a summary constantly. I mean, I guess we ran around about as much as we could for now. So let's see what hellscape awaits us. Oh. Duh. Six, 3, 4. Big. 6, 4, 3. Okay. Big one. 6. There we go.
It's showing me something. That's just the hallway outside Jeremy's room, isn't it?
We could find out. We could find out if that's all it is. I like that these scares really come at like kind of unexpected moments. There isn't a lot of like build up and just like big like whoa. It's getting me to jump a little more than the average horror game.
I did it.
Because of the smooth loading and
I opened up another
everything.
dream.
Alright, I'm guessing my map is useless here? Yeah. Oh, we're at the Hateful Mound. The Moundful Hate. The hate of mounding mound hates. They're bats swarming a flaming oil rig. Well, I know that I think burning oil rigs is a thing that can happen, and that it's like very dangerous and hard to put out. I'm not certain of that, though. Rhino horn.
May 1923, Monday. All okay, ready for delivery. Maintenance. Oil pump must be serviced. Any tampering causes large spills unless properly forestalled. Tuesday. Shipment delayed but delivered. Maintenance. Service bridge close to broken. Wednesday. Prospectors reluctantly agreed to show the burial mound.
Yep, burial
to Mr.
mound.
Hotwood,
Nailed that one.
painter, who read about our finds in the papers. He means to return tomorrow and try to find a way inside. Thursday. Mr. Hartwood's efforts delayed. The workers seemed nervous about his presence. Hartwood promised not to return to the compound. Instead, he has taken up an offer by L'Officier, the riverboat captain, who means to pilot him to the site tomorrow morning. Hopefully, that's the end. Work can resume. Maintenance. Bridge from the oil tower to the bayou has collapsed. Sabotage suspected.
This is the devil that guides us now.
So he was investigating, as a painter, he was investigating a mound of body, like a burial ground that was found when digging for oil. That was a visual bug. So are we jumping into the past, or real locations, or just inside his mind? And is he trying to find another way to look at these bodies? Hard to say. Hard to say. I mean, it sounded like it was sort of a way to further discover more stuff, more than anything. Gotta keep my eye open for stuff, because the map can't help us here. I'm betting anytime we're inside the dreamscape, the fighting gonna happen. It also seems like you can just randomly get dragged into these places or use the talisman to, like, map your way around. Like, it's showing you where the fractures are or something. Just spitballing as much as possible while we slowly make more progress.
Locked.
I will grab this Molotov cocktail. I'm sure this is a safe thing to use around an oil field. Nothing could go wrong with throwing an incendiary device near oil.
There's something missing.
There's a gator. Jetty key. Got a heal. That's good because my heals are running low. Got bullets, which is good because these things take a lot of hits. Unslide this door. Head back to the other building. Quick and painless. And definitely not about to get attacked at surprising moment. It sure is a bayou. Bullets. Drink. Lever.
Ah, here we go.
Melee weapon. Safe drop. Melee was F? Yes. You're not a gator. Oh no, it slowed me. I almost broke the pipe, but I didn't take any real damage. I just got slowed. A little too much like the spewers from Helldivers. I'm not a fan. We got a bridge lever, which we can use here. Plachunka-dunk.
It worked.
Let's reload. Oh, I had a flashlight. What was it? Ooh, there's a crouch button. There it is. Hello? Anyone in this oil hellscape? Fresh pipe. No bullets. No, 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 no! I wanted to look around more. I did land, yeah. Not that I was figuring I'd get all of them on the first playthrough, but I was hoping.
My weapon broke!
My weapon broke! That thing's mine! Ha ha! Oh, hell yeah. Now I got range, baby. Ooh, damage over range, though, right? Yeah, range, damage, range, damage, range. I gotta go hatchet. I love the ore. The ore is very funny looking, and it's got some range on it. Nice ambush, dummy.
I can break this, I just need something to hit it with.
Okay, I didn't think the rocket killed it, but it stopped moving. So I wasn't sure. Got him. Okay. Throwing stuff. Break through the barricade. Yes, I got that I need to break through the barricade. Now I'm stuck on the environment. Come on. Let go of me. Please. Okay, good. Good. See, this is why we explore before we break the barricade. There's more shovel. And bullets. And bullet. Nothing in there. Alright, that allowed us to sort of restock on stuff. That's great. Let's go bash us a barricade. Red! The blood of angry men! Ah! Ooh. Fire just about got him. Pull up a little bit. Pull this out. Nothing. I hate it. I hate it when there's nothing. Man, I am definitely not used to these zombie equivalents fighting through the bullets so much. I'm definitely used to the like RE style, the zombies that you just kind of shoot in the head and they're like for a little like a moment. Can't go back. Eat the shovel! Eat the shovel! I'm gonna bury you 6 feet under. Lanyap! More beasts of burden. More bullets. Whew, they sure do give you some ammo in exchange for having to kill an enemy in a room. Can I replenish this shovel? Not really. Anything in this building? Can't crouch under that for whatever reason. Nothing there. Bullets. Shovel's all banged up, but it won't let me replenish it right now. Sneak? Sneak! Sneak! Well, I should turn my light off if I'm sneaking, just as a matter of principle, even if a lot of games don't do this. That appeared to do nothing. Try that again. Shoot. I'm not gonna throw stuff if this is the stealth I need to do. I'm just gonna stealth if I stealth to stealth. Found me. Ow. Take a swig. Take a shot. That's okay. We did well enough. Not good, but well enough.
Damn it, there has to be a way to get to the other side.
Bullets. Damn, took a leg straight off. Okay. Sneaking. I am a pinnacle of stealth. I am not famously on the record as hating stealth games. God. Save these bullets in case we get something deadlier. These guys are not the scariest enemy. Okay. We survived, and that's what matters. Could have been cleaner, could have cost less ammo and melee weapons. But we made it. Why are... You would be burning alive. I don't care that you're not technically in the fire. If there was that much burning oil beneath you, you would be boiling in your own skin. I lived in a house that caught fire even though it was made of brick because the fire outside was hot enough to catch the burnable stuff inside the bricks on the brick house on fire. Oh good, a tough cloth. That was worth setting the entire oil field ablaze for.
Just don't look down, Emily.
Burlap sack? Away! Alright, now what? Oh, there's always a bigger fish.
How is that?
Are you the statue with the holes in your chest? I think you might be. You can't. You can't see. You're by sound or smell. Bye, burning oil field. I'm sorry that I've caused an immense amount of damage and destroyed a non-renewable resource. Fortunately, you're just in a dream world, I think. Temptation to start sprinting so strong and yet not sure if I'm safe yet. Good. I'm sure that a burial mound in a nightmarish dreamscape will only lead to positive experiences and not fighting lots of dead guys.
Jeremy, you dropped your...
Why do they always go for the choke?
Mrs. Marcus?
Get off of me!
What are you doing here?
Trying to find my uncle.
Jeremy is your uncle?
Could you please?
It's weird that both of these people have both of like the staff
Hartwood.
have recognized me
remember
but
me?
not recognized
remember
that
you, Mr.
I'm
Wall.
related to...
I met your brother Batiste earlier.
I suppose he hadn't found Jeremy either then. We spread out to find him.
Can I have this? I'm trying to get to Tarawea.
Fine, believe the rest. I just want Jeremy to come looking.
He might come looking
We have
just
to
because
leave
it's where it would have been
before it comes
left.
inside.
What? Where?
Come quick.
Hey, we safe.
Oh,
That's lucky.
God damn my soul.
Okay, so it is a physical space because we brought the thing with us. So it is a real place. In some sense.
I'm back at Dorsetto.
So, I guess we'll read this however long it's going to be and then be done for today.
Reflections on the Power of the Verb in Certain Texts by Juan Luis Jorge.
Oh boy,
To
this is
act
going to be
is
some
in
deep
itself
humanities
divine.
bullshit.
Even the slightest movement of our hand is evidence of our soul in motion. Yet our free will is so easily overwhelmed by the dullness of everyday life. Our actions become rote and rigid, in spite of luxury and comfort. True divinity is found in the choice of leaving the stage where we all perform. People who discover this freedom unexpectedly will be struck by the terror of this revelation and become paralyzed, or worse.
Can we stop
turn to
using this
suicide.
particular word when I'm doing
However,
YouTube videos,
If you are
please?
able to weather that storm, you will discover that there is a divine path beyond that fear. There is a chance to dismount your destiny and make something new. Something that hasn't been planned for or predestined. There is difficulty in explaining this type of acting as it transcends our everyday choices. This isn't some banal decision choosing one career over the other.
Oh, how
even
banal.
who I should marry. Leaving the stage, no matter how, isn't a matter of course correction. It's a rejection of the story that the creator is telling.
Cool. Taurus, the great librarian? Liberty? Librambus? And a key. And my character's kind of hunchy. All right. So, having a good time. That is some good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.